Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So right now I am in a special location, so hopefully I look okay. The camera's like upside down. I'm gonna want to start looking like down here. Hopefully I don't do it a lot throughout the video, but if I do, I'm so sorry. But I have some really exciting news for you guys. I haven't posted a video on my channel in, actually I'm not entirely sure, let me check real quick. It's officially been 17 days, so it's been like a little bit more than half a month since I posted a video on this channel, and the reason for that is because of all of the news and updates I'm going to be talking about in this video. So I'm basically going to be spilling all of the tea in this video, and hopefully I answer any of you guys' questions that you guys had. I am currently in Las Vegas, Nevada, which you guys probably already know what's going on if you follow me on Instagram. Before we even start, Ricardo and I are not married yet, which is a question that I basically got, like, I don't know, 90% of the questions were basically that. No, not yet. Great, the camera just fell off. Position probably changed, but I got a lot of questions, you guys. Like, literally, I don't think I'll be able to finish them. There's literally so many questions, but to be honest, most of them are like the same thing, talking about wedding, talking about moving out, and
again?
Alright, never mind. The camera does not want to stay in that freaking tripod. It keeps falling and hurting me. Where are you mad? So we're just gonna have this little angle, I guess. It's cutting a little bit of my head off, but here we go. Me answering everything, spilling everything, and basically letting you guys know that, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a lot more active on YouTube and social media in general. Like I said, the reason for me not being active on social media and all that stuff is because of two main reasons, which is getting married and moving out, which is what I'm going to talk about to begin with, because it's like the two most important things I want to update you guys on. So I'm going to start off with moving, which I think is one of the biggest reasons why I haven't been posting on social media and mostly on YouTube. I had filmed a couple of videos where I basically said that I was gonna move out in May, like the beginning of May, and that I might just move out by myself and things like that. It didn't fall through, and I just decided that it was best for me to wait to move in with Ricardo, and it would be better for us to just move in together. I didn't feel like it was right for me to move out by myself, and things just didn't really work out, to be honest. So I had a couple of videos that I had been filming about like me moving out and stuff like that, and I had mentioned how I was gonna move out in May, and then it didn't fall through. I don't know, I just felt like I didn't want to post them anymore, and I just held off. And then I was filming wedding videos, but I couldn't really post them because I didn't want you guys to know till like right before we actually got married, which is like right now. We just posted the video for Ricardo and I's channel, and then I'm gonna post this video tomorrow, you know. So it was just really hard for me to actually post the videos that I wanted to post. And then the moving out videos, I just felt like it was pointless because I wasn't gonna actually move out in May like I had mentioned in those videos. That's the biggest reason why I didn't really post for the last 2 weeks. I do have those videos, and I think that after I post the wedding video, the preparing for a wedding video that I filmed yesterday and the day before yesterday, I might post those videos. So if you guys see those videos and see that there's like a discrepancy, is that how you say it, that I'm still living with my parents and like I haven't moved out and I'm saying things like that, it's because those videos were filmed a while ago, and I did certain things like moving out things and shopping things, and I wasn't moved out yet for all the reasons I just mentioned right now, and I don't really know if I'm making any sense at all. But yeah, that's the most complicated answer. There was just so many things that were changing all at once. I didn't want to post something and then something else happened, or I didn't want to post something and then look dumb afterwards. Now on to topic number 2, which is the wedding. Basically, like, everybody wants to know when we're actually gonna get married, when's the boda and all that stuff.
Anniversaries today.
Oh yeah, I'm filming this on our 6-year anniversary. Ricardo and I have been together for 6 years on this date, so we're not married yet. Like I mentioned to you guys, we are in Vegas right now, and we did come here to get married. I have a white dress on. This is not my wedding dress, although my wedding dress is pretty similar to this one. I just put it on because we went to get the marriage certificate like literally before this, and I don't know, I just wanted to like be in white today. I'm literally gonna be in white today, tomorrow, and then I'm thinking Sunday too.
Oh,
just because it's a special occasion. Are you mad? Are you mad? Why are you mad?
My neck hurts.
Your neck hurts? Turn that frown upside down. With the wedding situation, it was just, I was going back and forth for a really long time. So Ricardo proposed to me in March, but we had already been talking about getting married since a lot before that. Like, when Ricardo proposed to me, it was like a surprise that he proposed to me like that day and how he did it. But truthfully, Ricardo and I had been speaking about like getting married. Like, we had been talking about the marriage topic even before he like proposed to me. So I already knew we were like on the same page that we wanted to get married. I just didn't know like when he was actually going to like ask the big question, but we both knew that we wanted to get married. And when he actually proposed to me, I had already been like thinking about how we would like plan a wedding, when we would plan the wedding and all that stuff, especially because of COVID. And at first I honestly was planning to like actually do a wedding at home, like maybe not something so big, but maybe something with around 50 people. And that was the plan until literally like a month and a half ago, when I was actually going to start like wedding planning, and then I changed my mind. Like, from one day to another, I just decided that I didn't want to have a wedding at home because of COVID. Like, I just thought it was not going to be possible. I wanted to get married in June, so I just thought it was just too rushed. I also felt like it was not what I really wanted. I felt like I wanted a big wedding, like something really big, something in a different location, which I'm gonna specify about right now, something that I wasn't gonna get at home. I felt like I was trying to make something work that was really not gonna work out at my house, and I was just gonna have something for the heck of it, not something because I actually wanted it. And so then I started looking into like elopements, like destination elopements. In Vegas there was a couple, Arizona I think, there was some like in Temecula. And that was my second option. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And I looked around, I shopped around, and then I was like, okay, I want to get married in Vegas because there's some really beautiful mountains here. And then I found this lady I really liked on TikTok, like literally out of the blue. It just popped up on my TikTok For You page, and I went on it, and she had such beautiful elopements. I think it was it has like some really big red mountains, and I like was down for it. I was like, oh my gosh, mom, I'm gonna get married here. Look, I showed her the pictures. She had some really beautiful like backgrounds. She decorated really nicely. And then I did like the application and everything. Like, I DM'd her and she sent me the application. She said like she would help me out and everything. And then from one day to the other, she just texted me back and said that the date was not available. And I felt a little bit crushed, just because I had told her from the beginning the date, and she never said basically that she didn't have it available until after I filled out the application. And after I had gotten my hopes up, I looked for a couple other people, but I couldn't really find someone that did anything like she did. I was still set in getting married in Vegas. Basically, I won't have like a really nice elopement destination wedding style thing. I'm just gonna get married in chapel like everybody does in Vegas. I don't care. We're gonna have something fun. And I actually really liked that idea. I thought it was more like me. I didn't want something that was like so big, because I do want to have a big wedding in the near future, you know? It was supposed to be something small from the beginning, since I started thinking about elopement. So to make a really long story short, we're getting married here in Vegas tomorrow. Today's Friday. And we're gonna have a little chapel ceremony with 15, I think now it's like 14 guests. Probably around a 20-minute ceremony, if not less. We're just gonna go out to eat dinner at probably one of the local restaurants. And after this, we can go to our place after this and move in together basically. But we have nothing at our place. It's literally empty. Like, it's livable, but on the floor, I guess. We have nothing. Ricardo is gonna share a mattress with us, but it's literally still at his house. My room is all packed up. So we're going back on Sunday, and I think that what we're gonna do is just bring Ricardo's mattress to our place, sleep there, and then Monday start like the actual moving process, which was not what I wanted to do. I really wanted to move like all of my stuff in first, get married, and then go back to like a fully furnished place, which was like literally my dream. Literally tried so hard for things to work that way, and they weren't able to work out that way. And so now I'm just kind of like going with the flow, there's nothing else that I could have done. Like, it was literally out of my reach for me to do something like that. So we're gonna go home and sleep either on the floor on Ricardo's mattress. And so yeah, that's what's been going on currently. In the future, we do want to plan a wedding in Mexico. When I went to Mexico like 2.5 years ago, I was in Mocorito when my dad's family took us to just kind of chill in La Plaza. And in the plaza there was like this church, and there was a wedding going on at that moment. And she came out, she looked so beautiful, and then like the banda was waiting for her outside, and she like was walking around the plaza with the banda right behind her, or I think they were in front of her. I'm not really sure how it worked out, but when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to get married here. And I told like my aunt and my grandma, I was like, I'm going to get married here when I get married. And even at the time, nobody even knew I had a boyfriend, because it's when my dad, yeah, right before I went on that Mexico trip, I told my dad I had a boyfriend. But I didn't like tell anybody like of my aunts in Mexico or anything like that, because it was just like so fresh. Like, I literally had just told my dad that I had a boyfriend. But I told everybody, I was like, when I get a boyfriend, which I already had, which it was like I was already with Ricardo for like 3 years, I'm gonna get married here. And like, that's literally my dream to this day too. Hopefully like in a year or two we can go to Mexico and do exactly what I saw that day. Ricardo didn't see it, he wasn't with me that time. It was only me and Nat that were in La Plaza. That's literally my dream, to get married most likely in Mocorito like I saw it that day, but it could be anywhere else as well. Right now I'm not gonna actually put on a wedding band until I get married through the church. Ricardo bought like a $40 ring yesterday before we left, and so I think what we'll do is we'll upgrade our rings, or he'll upgrade his ring when we get married through the church, and then I'll actually put my band on then. So yeah, that's the tea all about that. And now I'll answer a couple of you guys' Instagram questions, which I've mostly already answered in all of the rant I have been doing so far. One of the most asked question, aside from getting married and moving out, is having kids, which I understand when you guys are asking that, because obviously like I'm getting married already. But I think that like so far, to be honest, I think that we're gonna hold off on having kids for right now. I'm not really sure what the timeline is gonna look like, because I feel like our life has changed so much literally in a matter of like 6 months. And if this does happen again in the future, within the next 6 months going forward after we're married, I really don't know what place we're gonna be in. So I don't really want to say like, oh, I want to have kids in 2 years, because I don't know how my life is gonna look like in 2 years. For as of like right now, like literally the day I'm filming this, I don't want to plan a baby just yet. Like my mom always says, like if you're having sex, like the risks are always there to have a kid. So if I get pregnant, I'm gonna be happy about it. Like, I have had so many dreams recently of me having kids, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to have a baby. And no, she's not pregnant, but I'm not. Oh, that's another thing I want to tell you guys. I'm literally being like so honest with you guys right now. I am not pregnant, obviously, even though I've been having like all of the baby dreams. I am literally on my period right now. I got my period yesterday. I'm gonna be on my period on my wedding day. I don't really plan on having kids right now. It could happen potentially in the future, or it could potentially not happen within like a couple of years. We will never know. My answer right now is I am so unpredictable, and I'm so undecided basically on that topic. So I'm not sure. The babies could come, the babies could potentially also not come. But whether we're ready or not, we're gonna be happy when she is. I just read a question saying basically if we're scared about getting married. It made me remember something that happened this morning. We were at Home Depot picking something up with my mom, and Ricardo had already left, and my mom and I were just getting the receipt. We were at the self-checkout, and the lady that was like helping with the self-checkout right there basically asked me if it was my graduation, because I had this dress on, and I said no, that I was going to Vegas. And I didn't really want to say I was getting married, but I just felt like because I was wearing a white dress, she was kind of sus about it. And so then I like low-key said, I'm getting married, like softly. And she's like, you're getting married? And I was like, yeah. And I just kind of like looked down. I didn't want it like for it to be a big deal, and she was making a big deal. She was screaming about it. And then her coworker came, and she was like, look at her toes, she's matching with like her sandals, something like that. And I was just like smiling, whatever. And then her coworker was like, you're so young. And she looked at my mom basically like saying like, you're gonna let her get married? Like, she's like literally so young. And I feel like that's been a topic that I've never really discussed, but it's been happening a lot, especially since my mom started telling close family members that I was getting married. And I think that a lot of people don't understand that Ricardo and I have been together for 6 years. And if it would have been like I was 23 and then I was together with Ricardo for 6 years, people wouldn't see that as like you're getting married already type of thing. But the problem that people don't realize is that him and I have been together for so long because we were together at a really young age. And yes, we're only 20 right now, but if you put yourself in our shoes, if you've been in a relationship for 6 years, personally I think it's long enough to get married, even though we're really young, you know. Some couples get married after 1 year of being together, but they're like 26 or they could be 30. Somebody asked, are you guys having honeymoon? And the answer is Jack on the crack. Hell yeah. So we are having a honeymoon. We're leaving in around 2 weeks. We are so thrilled for the honeymoon. We traveled for the first time last week to go pick up my grandma from Mexico and take engagement pictures, and that was our first time traveling together, and it was literally so amazing. So I can't imagine how it's going to be.
Just set the place, bro.
I'm gonna bleep it out, but I'm honestly so excited for what the future holds for us in general. Like, I'm going back to our city married. I'm gonna go back and live with Ricardo. I don't know if you guys know this, but Ricardo and I have never slept a night together. There's a lot of firsts coming at the same time, and it's a little bit overwhelming, but I'm so happy that they're actually here. Ricardo and I dreamed of this day since we were literally like 14. Can't believe we're actually here on our anniversary date. I really hope I made sense. I'm all over the place because of like everything that's going on. I'm going back on Sunday as a married woman. I'm gonna live with Ricardo now. Leave any questions in the comments. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.